Good afternoon, everybody. Sound good? Just let me know. It should be good, though. So, good afternoon. It is an afternoon live today. I keep switching it up on you guys. You guys are going to get sick of my crap. You are going to say, Tanya, why do you keep doing this to us? 1 minute, it's 9 o'clock at night. Next day, it's like 2 in the afternoon. I think we did one the other day at like 12. I bet, yeah, Isabel, I'm gonna say, I bet Isabel likes it though. It's probably prime time for you. We do miss Crime with K, and I even looked up today, Crime Sleuthin'. So because I was wondering how long it had been since she posted a video, and it's been a month. I know she's probably taken some time off because of her father, so I just feel really, I feel bad for him. I hope they come back to the chat. And there's a couple other people that I miss. I haven't seen in a while. I know Miss Kelly hasn't been on, but she is listening through, I think her daughter, they got like compromised online. So she had to delete all of her stuff. And so I miss Miss Kelly because I would often see her in other chats and she would be giving them a hard time when they needed it. And I would laugh so hard because I'd say, oh, there goes Miss Kelly. She did it one time in Harsh Realities on his live. It was something, I forget what he said, but she just like let him have it. And I just thought it was pretty funny because it's Miss Kelly and she's just super nice. So it was funny seeing her in that kind of aspect. But good afternoon. Hopefully you guys hit the like button. But if you haven't, if you could, that would be great. That would be fantastic. I decided to come on and do an afternoon live. Figured we could break away from the Letitia Stout case because I don't know. I wasn't feeling watching that today, so I didn't know if anybody else needed a break, but I did. So we will talk about Idaho 4. And I saw that, I'll put their stuff up here. I saw that Ellie said, and I love that name, Ellie. I had a dog named Ella, so close enough. I think that is the cutest name. She said, hi, everyone. I have some strong opinions, I think she meant, on this ID stuff. Me too. Okay, so I have, let me start my camera here. So I literally, this is all about the ID. I've been writing notes about this whole ID thing because I'm just like, something isn't jiving right. So, oh, that's really cute. You were late patrolling the streets and this little black kid was sitting by himself, Parker said, so I went and hung out with him for an hour and we played games. That's so cute. Oh, I bet that he'd like that. I love kids. Kids are the best. I say that now, but my nephew is he's 9 and he's full speed ahead all the time. There's no chill. He has no chill. My other nephew, when he was his age, he had a chill button. He was cool. A certain time of night, he was out. But with Dominic, that's my nephew's name. With Dominic, he's a completely different story. So when it comes to him, I don't know what it was, but I kind of just shoved him off on Vincent. When me and Vincent first started dating, he was 2. And he loves Vincent. 'Cause I'm not a boy player. I don't play with G.I. Joes and stuff. I don't know how to do the shooting stuff, the fake gun stuff. And I'm not a boy, and I play with Barbies. I had an older brother. We're 9 years apart. He didn't, you know what I mean? So I didn't have to I didn't play with little boys. So every time now, my nephew, if he sees Vincent, they are together the whole time. Me, my brother and my sister-in-law could probably take a vacation and come back and they still wouldn't even know that we were gone. He would still be occupied with Dominic the whole time. It's the cutest thing in the world because he's never been around kids and they just love him. And I love that for me because then we all get a break to enjoy each other, and I can talk to my brother and see him for a little bit. So hopefully everybody, speaking of which, hopefully everybody had a great, great, great Easter. I didn't do much, but that's fine. Sometimes I do a whole lot on the holidays and other times I don't. So it was fine. So no one said it was a victim's, Ellie. So that's what I was thinking. Like, so Jennifer Coffendorfer, and no offense to Jennifer, no offense to her. I'm not throwing her under the bus or anything. Well, I kind of am, but I'm not trying to. Give Me Some Truth Now by John Lennon on YouTube. Oh, I do like the Beatles. My mom loved the Beatles. Now you got me over here, Steve, thinking of the Beatles. I don't know why, but I was thinking of the first time they were on, I forget that old talk show. Carson? Was it Carson? Whatever his name was. They were playing on him. Man, now you got me thinking of the Beatles. See, now you got me all switched up. Anyway, back to the Idaho case. So, Jennifer Coffendorfer tweeted on April the 6th, and I don't know why I didn't catch this. I'm going to say it was because it was my dad's birthday and I didn't have my strong game on. Ellie said, "Oh, I'm throwing shade on Jennifer." Okay. So listen to this. So right here on April 6th, it says Jennifer Coffendorfer, she wrote here that, and I want to remind you, this is before News Nation ran with it. She put, "Who puts ID cards inside glove, inside box? NYC's if irrelevant." And I'm sorry if you don't have Twitter, this is what it's on Twitter. It says, "The media will dig as we wait, and as they dig, they will find. As it becomes known, I will speak as to what it may mean. Some say speculation, I say analysis combined with new insight." So either Jennifer Coffendorfer now has a source or News Nation's using Jennifer Coffendorfer as their source, because News Nation ran the story on April the 7th. And I have that also. I was like, man. That's the only thing I can think of is they're like exchanging, like basically they're taking the PCA, which I had it sitting here. I wish I had my notebook sitting here, but they're just taking a certain like word out of it. Like, just like it says ID cards inside of a glove, inside of a box. Oh, well, that's strange. Let's do a whole news segment on it. But instead of just doing like one news segment, that's fine. They do like 40 news segments. So then I'm getting all confused. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? No, Isabel, not a mask on your doggy's leg. I forget her name. What's your dog's name again? Oh. Not Pooch. I'm praying. Just some fluid. Yeah, hopefully. Oh, Lordy. Not bothering him. I will stop the presses for somebody's animal that is your family. Oh. Bracken, yeah. She's 9. Oh, she's young. She's young. My dog's like that age. I think 5, 6. Yeah, she's like 8.5. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll be on tonight. I might, Eddie. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. I might do like, you remember, right? Yeah, okay. I was like, wanted to make sure, but I think I may, if I do, I may do a members only. I'm thinking about doing a members only soon. I kind of wanted to do one outside. I have like a really cute porch setup going on, so. And I never got there and sit because the stink bugs come too fast, and then I won't go near it. I won't go outside. They make me. I told you on my live last night. I think it was. I hate stink bugs. So I wanted to go out there and enjoy it while I can, because the cat's been out there all day. He's loving life. He is living it. So we watched this the other day. So I'm just gonna play this certain part. But so then not only did Jennifer Coffendorfer, put this out on Twitter, and then News Nation ran with it with her, as like she presented with Kumo. Kumo, come on, Chris Kumo. I like him. So her and Kumo do a segment together, and she wrongly states that the IDs were found in Kohlberger's car in the glove box, when in fact they were found in the house search. And what did you just say in the chat? No, she didn't, Summer. BHB did not put Gannon's autopsy photos online. That is a whole new level of what? I mean, do what you want on your own page, but that's a no. That's a no. That should be a termination of your page, automatic. I don't care who you are. I don't care what kind of platform you have, how many subscribers you have. If you're putting a child's autopsy photos online when their family is going through a trial and they're hurting, sorry that we had to step away from that for a minute, but it's time for her to go. Like, I am sorry if you're like a born Betty lover, but right now, that's just unacceptable. Yeah, how did she get him? Like, freedom of information? Because I know you can get stuff like that with, like, but that's too far. I'm sorry. YouTube is striking for now. Oh my God. I'm shaking, y'all. That's just something you don't do. You know what I mean? That's just a whole new level. You know what I mean? It's disgusting. Yes, Steve, it is. Oh. Just like, there's just some things you just don't do as a human. I don't know. There's just some things you just don't do. And I couldn't even look at them. I couldn't even look at them. And if I did, it would be in the privacy of like my own home. And I wouldn't tell anybody about that. I wouldn't even tell someone about that, I don't think. Yeah, I'm surprised too that they released him for a minor, Fred. You're right. Oh my lordy. She lives in my county. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've seen her at the commissioner's meetings. I've seen her. I don't know if I can find the picture. I'm sorry, guys. This went off course, but there's a picture of her. And she's like holding a Trump flag. And if you're a Trump supporter, I don't mind that at all. I'm not even going into politics with that. But just the fact that she's holding up this sign and she's wearing like, I don't even know. Let me see if I can find it. Oh my gosh. Because the picture like really is priceless. And I wasn't going to say anything because, I was trying to give her a break. And, it just really made me laugh so hard when I saw it. Oh, of course it's not going to pull up. I'll have to look for it, guys. It's out there somewhere, though. It's her, and she's standing like, she's standing with like a flag. She's like sitting in her legs. She's not even sitting like a lady. Oh my Lord. Oh man. Okay. I'm shaking, but that's why I'm trying to laugh to get to shake the shakiness off. Do you know what I mean? Like the nerves, cause like the nerve of that woman. Could you imagine if our Landon, or you know what I mean? Or even Lana when she grows up, that is something like you put something online, it doesn't go away. People screenshot it. People clip it before it gets taken down. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just terrible. Okay. Back to Coffendoffer. Okay, now I got to get back to my... Man. Why are people just so... They're just so wrong. They're just so wrong, Someone tried... Oh, yeah, I guess... Yeah, because Kylie's photos... Yeah, I mean, they won't do... Kylie's like sealed up tight. I feel like her case is like, I feel like though that I wrote them once and they answered me. Yeah. First witness on day 5, they let the camera show the autopsy pictures. I didn't see that. Wow. Well, yeah, Gabby Petito, I'm sure that's probably where that started. I can't even imagine standing in front of someone's home and doing that. Like, it just, I'm, maybe it's, I think it's, I'm going to blame it on Vincent right now. I'm going to blame it on him because I was way more extroverted before I started dating him. So maybe me 7 years ago, I would have like taken a picture outside, like, whatever, not like in front of someone's house. But now, like, I don't even like taking a picture outside of myself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel weird. I feel like people are looking at me. I don't know. When I had to do pictures for like my store and stuff, because I have to wear the clothes, you know, someone has to wear them to like be the person, the little model. So it would be me. And I hated taking pictures. I don't know. So you will never see me ever doing that. Yeah. You really don't have to waste your time showing a Trump picture. No, I wanted to show the one of Born Betty. It was priceless. It was. She was, I don't know if it was like a Trump flag, but it was like an American flag. She was there for Trump, like when all that stuff was going down with him, you know, getting arrested or indicted or whatever. And she was there. She was there for it. She was ready. Oh, Lisa. Well, I don't want to go and watch it. But now I do, but now I don't, you know? It's one of those things like you know you don't want to, but you do, but you don't. Oh my gosh, Mystic, I saw that. Oh my God. The guy in the white truck, she was screaming at him and hollering at him. And I was like, oh, please, Lord jeez. At least I'm going to give JLR just a tiny bit of credit here. Just like a little smidge of credit. At least with him, like he bothers people. Yeah, like he shouldn't call jails and stuff like that. I think that's kind of like going overboard. But like, you know, I never like recently, I'm just saying recently, in the last like couple days, I haven't seen him running after anybody. You know, like he's just been taking like video by himself, like in front of the courthouse. We saw him, and then he's just been kind of, I think Vincent said he saw him because he watched his like a part of his live. He said he was up by the Idaho house, but he was not like in the yard. Vincent said he was being like very, you know, I can't think of the word, but like he wasn't like trespassing or being like, you know, obnoxious or anything. So I will give him that. Maybe those are the reasons why people are going away from like BHB. Maybe she's going a little nuts though, and they're kind of seeing it. I saw that part of so I saw the brother testify today and that he screamed out like, why did you do this or something? They showed Candace. No, I'm glad I didn't watch today. Something told me. I've been watching every day. And I only saw bits and pieces today. Oh, something must have been protecting my little brain from that because I can't do that. Yeah, she was holding her flag, proud as proud could be. That Betty. I don't know why she would ever show her face, but she does. I mean, I don't know. She does it. So this part was what I was going to show you guys. So back to what we were talking about. So Jennifer Coffendorfer on April 6th, basically she put on there that there was an ID found inside of a glove inside of a box. She just read it off of the probable cause affidavit, or I'm sorry, the search warrant. And then she just wrote like, you know, a little caption on her Twitter about it. So the following day, Kumo has an exclusive, is what he says in the beginning of this episode. Like we've seen this clip before the other day, and I didn't catch it for some reason. I mean, I caught where she messed it up, but I didn't catch the dates. So I didn't get to tell you then. But she says here, the part I'm going to play you is, she wrongly states that the IDs that were found inside of a glove, inside of a box, they were found in the glove compartment of his car, which they weren't. I mean, you can go back to her Twitter and she even puts it right here, receipt for property. This is for his house. So, then it was like all hell broke loose because nobody fact checked it anything. So I saw like 3 or 4 creators run with it and say that they found IDs for the victims inside of the glove compartment of his car. It was a whole big mess of a telephone. You know how a telephone works. One person says something and it's So I just wanted to come out and bring the facts. So, and then I'll read the comments. So I'm going to play this, and I'll read your comments too. But this part, like I said, is just going to say that she says they're in the wrong place. And then I'm going to show you another clip where she changes it. So it's like, I don't know. Just take with it what you will.
In a place that was controlled, inhabited by Koberger. Let's start with that. How big a deal?
It's a big deal. That is a smoking license. Just like the sheath was a smoking sheath found next to Maddie with his DNA on that clasp, it's the same thing in this situation. Why would he have an ID related to one of those people from that house? And remember, we know that identifications were recovered from the glove box, and that was at the Pennsylvania search warrant. So interesting. We always wondered, what were those identifications that they referred to?
So yeah, she just says that they were in the glove box there. And you're right, Ellie, there are so many videos of this now, and there are articles that people have written about this. And I used to be, I'm gonna say it. I used to be one of those people, like I was always in the comment section. I would like correct people. I was a pest, I guess you would say. Like, I didn't mean to, but it's just something in me. I'm a competitive person. I like to know things and like to do things. So when I saw these videos coming out, I was like, oh gosh, like I should tell them. But then I was like, no, because you shouldn't be that person. I didn't want to like make people feel like they didn't know what they were talking about. But it was like, no, it's not you. It's just Jennifer Coffenduffer. And you got to make sure you always double check your work when it comes to any news that's out there, any news, because that's why I don't get on Facebook. When I stopped getting on Facebook around the time of not this past presidential election, but the presidential election before that. It's been a long time since I've been on the Facebook. And it was a bunch of people copying and pasting, and you would read it and you were like, did you guys even read what you copy and pasted? Because it was completely ass backwards. It was like really bad. Like I had to take like breaks from friends that had been my friends forever. So I just decided to go ahead and get off the Facebook after that. Because I like to, but that's one of my, at least I'll tell you guys that's one of my bad things about me. Like, I mean, I am like, like I would like to be factual. But it's good though too that keeps me on my toes, that I like to be competitive. Now Vincent's it's rubbing off on him. It's rubbing off on him in a good way. Like he wants to be at work. He wants to beat everybody at work now. And like he used to be late all the time. Like, nope. If you're listening to this, love you. But like he was always late. Like he was supposed to be there at 8 o'clock. He get there at like 11, 10 or 11. And now he's like, there at 8 o'clock. Who did I not? Did I see Margot come in? You know what? This is so weird, guys. It's not showing me. Okay, so it hasn't been showing me. Okay, now I see Margot, but it hasn't been showing me some of the comments. Isn't this weird? You were a troll? Yeah, I was. I was kind of like that. Like, I'd be like, oh, like, I guess I was like a troll. That's so mean. Like, I was, like, no, you're not mean. I was mean. Like, not mean, but, and I'd be like, okay, Tanya, don't do that. Like, and it wasn't like me trying to be mean, but the way that I word things, I think in text, if I don't put LOL, I feel like after everything, I feel people think I'm like being mean, but I'm never being mean. But sometimes I feel like my wording makes it sound like that. So I'm trying, I have Grammarly on here to try to make it to where I don't sound like a bitch. Because it'll tell you straight up. Like how you sound on there. This case is definitely becoming a media circus. And like, I mean, it's because I guess we don't have anything to go on, but at the same time, it's like, we can't just read something off of the, I wish I had the search warrant like right here on me, but we can't just read something off the search warrant like knife. Remember the first thing that was listed was knife? Well, that has to be the knife. Like, and then we run with it. Like, I don't know. So that's why I'm not going after Jennifer. When I say this, like, she just kind of messed up a little bit, but we're gonna fix her. That's all. Um, and then I also saw, and what do you guys think about this? I've heard people trying to say like that the identifications that were found on Kohlberger, they were the IDs found, and the glove inside the box or whatever. They were, let's say like they were the victims. People were saying that he stole them like previously, like he went into the house and stole them previously. But I don't find that, because of the fact that they would have had to have their IDs to go to the game that day, like probably their student ID and their identification, because they would have wanted to get beer. And then if not afterwards, they would have wanted to drink at the bar. So at least Maddie, Kaylee had their IDs, you would think, and their student IDs with them. So I don't know. Yeah, Chris Cuomo's on News Nation, but I do like him. I think he's handsome. I don't know his background. I know that they're like political though, I think. So don't come for me. I'm only basing it on looks, and a couple times I've seen him on News Nation. Anymore you get detention when born, buddy. That's funny. So we are going to actually go over, I think, the Madeline Kingsbury case too. Because Leslie, is Leslie in here? I don't know. She wrote me about it, and then I was like looking up stuff for today, and Nancy Grace did something over it too. Oh, I hate Facebook. It's terrible, guys. I hate it. I hate it more than anything. I got on there today, and it makes me just want to like gouge out my one eyeball and take out the fake one and just call it a day. Like, really. Like, it's just really like, it's that bad. Like, it's always something so depressing. It's like, really, I've never been to Minnesota. I'm on Twitter a lot, so make sure you follow me over on Twitter at TitaniumBuilt, because I do try to retweet or tweet over there like things that are going on, especially with like the little Lori Daybell, Fallow Daybell case, because there's no cameras involved or no cameras allowed. So you check Facebook once a month. Yeah, I'm barely on there. I do not like it. So I don't know. I think that it wouldn't have been stolen previously. So yeah, Harmony. Yeah, I hope they find Harmony Montgomery too. Facebook is Twitch, but for old people. Yeah, Facebook is. I feel like Facebook is for the older crowd. Like, I feel like it anyway. You think the boyfriend did it, Ellie? I haven't. See, I need to read up on that. I haven't read up on that case yet. And do you think? Okay, this is. I just got the questions today. Do you think that Kohlberger could explain away having, let's play devil's advocate and say it's a victim's ID that he has. Do you think that he'd be able to explain that away? Twitch is basically like I think a platform more for gamers, but people that have like YouTube, they have Twitch and stuff. Like, I downloaded it, but I've never used it. I think I have it downloaded. It's so crazy. Like, every once in a while, someone will pop up on my LinkedIn and be like, do you know this person? It's like, yeah. You don't think that? Yeah, I don't think he will either. Because, like, some people were, like, wondering and they were asking, and I was like, I don't think so. The mods do a great job of answering questions here. YouTube is enough information for me to maneuver through. I don't know, like, I don't know why I don't like Facebook that much. I think it's probably just because, I don't know. I think it's probably because everything's so depressing on there. But I was going to play this one for you because this is where she says, you know, that they were found inside of Kohlberger's house.
At his parents' home, which is very... And meanwhile, authorities in Pennsylvania are looking into Kohberger's possible involvement in other killings. Joining us now to discuss the latest in this case, Jennifer Coffendorfer, former FBI special agent and News Nation law and justice contributor. Jennifer, thanks for joining us again.
Thank you for having me, Natasha.
If Kohberger was as well trained in this area as he apparently was, why would he take one of the IDs and keep it?
Well, if in fact he did take the ID, and remember, we don't know particularly what ID was taking. Supposedly, it was one of the IDs from someone inside that house at 1122 King Road. So we're not even sure whether it's a victim. But likely he would have taken it as a trophy if indeed he did commit these murders in this way. He could look at it, he could relive that moment. And it's very usual for people who kill people in this manner to take trophies or souvenirs.
How would his defense defend him having a victim's ID in his possession? What would the explanation possibly be?
Well, we know the ID was supposedly found in a box in the house, inside a glove at his parents' home, which is very interesting because it would seem as if he was secreting it or hiding the IDs that were listed. There is no explanation, honestly. There is nothing to explain how or why he would have this ID with him unless he was involved and murdered those students.
I mean, tell me about these details, the box and the glove that the ID was supposedly found inside. As an investigator, where is your mind immediately? Because is that the best way to hide a piece of evidence? Is there some sort of preservation trying to take place there? What was he doing?
Well, the first thing when we found this information and it was revealed to us from the source, the first question is there an inventory of it on the search warrant return? And if you go to the search warrant return, sure enough, there are these IDs that were concealed in a glove in a box. Now, this is just unusual. Most people don't keep IDs hidden in this fashion. So to me, it was something that certainly corroborated the source information and seemed suspect from the beginning.
You know, and this is being called the smoking ID. How strong of a piece of evidence do you think this is?
If indeed he had that ID in that glove, this is smoking. There is no reason to explain it other than he was in that house and took that during the commission of that crime. It's super strong, Natasha, especially when you combine it with the sheath that was found next to Matty Mogan with his DNA on the clasp.
And we know that Pennsylvania authorities are looking into Brian Kohberger's possible connection in any other crimes. Is it possible that they found evidence that linked him with other crimes while investigating this one, or is this standard practice?
It's standard practice to look. And certainly from reports, so far they've been negative, but they said they were continuing to look. They have looked very narrowly, actually, at 2 counties have reported, and then there was another big computer look after the DNA was returned. But we don't really have all the results yet. So I'll be very interested to see what law enforcement ultimately says in terms of connection.
Yeah, I think all of us are. Jennifer Coffendorfer, always appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, so there she changes it to they found it in the house, which I could show you a picture. I have been looking up cold cases and I did find one, but I don't know. But I don't know if it would be have to do with this. I can pull it up though for you. Oh, Brian's fangirls are real. I should bring those up for you guys. Oh my lordy. It's under Brian's girls. I thought about doing that. I should find that one. Okay, so I'll share this with you really quick. It does say ID cards inside glove, inside box. So whatever that means, he put them inside of a glove, which I don't understand why you would do that. Like, even if you're hiding them, I don't understand. So maybe that's just something only he will ever know. Maybe he's the only one. Let me see. I'll play that for you guys in a minute. That's not that important. Let's see. So the only open homicide that I could find from Monroe County, and I believe that's where he's from in Pennsylvania, correct me if I'm wrong, but is Lee VonLavender. VonLavender. And it's back from 2017, and it has to do with a gun. And it's not even a knife. And he was shot, I believe he was shot like on his way to go hunting. So unless they're further out, which they could be like the next county over. I need to get a map and look at all the counties that are around Monroe. Where's Arlene at when you need her? Arlene, are you in here? I know Arlene's from Pennsylvania. But so that's the only one so far. I just started looking into it like the other day. I don't know why I didn't look into it before this. It would have made more sense to, but I did, but I didn't. So let me see here if I can find, let me get on Reddit. And let's see if we can find Brian's girls. Okay. Now, you might have to give me a minute to figure it out because I never get on here on my computer. I never get on here actually to begin with. It has 202 members now. I just want to make sure there's no volume. Because, okay, now I'm going to share this with you. And now don't get too excited, y'all. This is Brian's girls. So let me explain to you what this is. Back about a month or so ago, I was on my computer and I was on my phone and I was on Reddit and I was searching for some Brian Kohlberger stuff. And this community pulled up and it spelled Brian's Brians. And I'm like, wonder why they spelled his name wrong. That's weird. But I went into the forum and for some reason I was on my phone and I was on my computer at the same time. I don't know why. But it was right when Brian Nation got canceled, got deleted, the subreddit got deleted. So this group of people, they thought that they were going to be sneakier. They misspelled his name. And as I'm on my phone and on the computer, they block the account, but they like private it. So you have to be a member in order to look at the stuff that they post. So congratulations. That's why you can look at it. Oh, I know. So what I did, I privated all my stuff and I asked to join the group and they accepted me. And I was like, oh my God, they accepted me. I was like, I didn't think they would. I just thought they'd be smarter than that. I figured they would somehow know. I don't know. I figured they would run my name on YouTube or something. I don't know. They're not the smartest, but they have some creepy stuff on here, y'all. So I haven't been on here to look in a long time, since the last time I looked with you. So we'll look. Some of this is going to be music, so I can't play it. Like, I can't play the music part. But yeah, these women, they do this. And let's see what the comments are like. Look at her, oh my Lord, about to break me into his jail. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord, what is this? It's like you're reading my mind now. I was just thinking of this song, but I was going to listen to Chris Cornell's version. Don't put Audio Slave and Chris Cornell into this. This is a great one too. Wow, love it. Okay. Great minds think alike. Weird. It's so weird, guys. But these women love him. Yeah, aren't you glad you woke up to this? You could have missed Brian's girls, I know. I know. This is why we need to fund education. Yeah, these women, look at this. This Ken is oh, that's not even right. I'm sorry, that's not funny. I didn't read it. I just saw the Barbie part. But wow. Wow. And it says at the courthouse on June 26th. Oh my Lord. Some of these are funny though. I'm sorry, but they are. Brian in a parallel universe. Like, who the hell does this? Who does this? But there are things on here, like women are actually posting like receipts of them, like sending, like there's someone who's young, slipping through my fingers. Ugh. There's no threatening audio. I'm not going to play that because I know that's not really true. This one. It says, this was updated 11 days ago. Did you guys see all the news coming out that can help Brian win this trial? Apparently there's an internal affairs investigation into one of the officers in the case. Any evidence he is associated with will probably be inadmissible. Really? And then it also came out recently that the DNA evidence could be disrupted because apparently the first lab it was sent to had a result that was inconclusive. And so they sent it to a second lab and suddenly found Brian's dad's DNA. Brian is going to be exonerated. Wow. They're using the same wording as him too. What's this? Okay, it says imagine rejecting Brian. Okay, whatever. Wow. Okay, yeah. So this is what, yeah, so there's one right here. Someone put money on him. I wonder what he buys with our money. Somebody gave him $25 on 3/28. Wow, really only 76 days? I bet you, Ellie, this is where News Nation gets their info. Inmate threatened to kill. Oh, yeah, we already saw that. Oh, no, they're going to hurt Brian. Let's see if we can find any more money they put on there. But no, I really like, I've seen like where they've added, 20, 25 here, 30 here. These are just like little videos of Brian. Like, oh my Lord. These women have nothing better to do. Can anyone make a Discord already for his preliminary hearing so we can all chat about every little detail? Wow. Okay. Look at this. Brian Kohlberger, $10. And apparently that wasn't Brian Kohlberger. She's making another inmate deposit, $25. My last few paychecks were kind to me, so I decided to share the wealth. Y'all. How do I get my info on there? I should take a picture, put my PayPal up there or something. Next TNT will be on it. Yeah. I'm just like, wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know. This is insane though. Yeah, that's all I had about that. About like the Brian girls. But yeah, I'm just going to keep it up until they, Oh, look, there's more money. So, at this rate, hold on a second. I wonder how much you have to make, like how much the minimum is that you can make per month in order to qualify for a public defender. And if this money that people donate to him, if that's like donations or if that would be considered like monthly income that he would make. Because I would say put it under being an influencer or something. These women wouldn't know who he was unless he had done something crazy to put himself on the map. So most of them, I believe they are real women because they make these deposits into Brian Kohlberger's like telemate accounts. Like, ooh, he's getting some ramen, watered ramen. I don't know what he would put in there, but yeah, either real women or real men. Mm-hmm. And it probably doesn't matter to him. Probably doesn't matter. Oh, just do me in now, Let me see if I they are desperate for ratings. They really are. This one was on last night, and it was just them talking about being a repeat criminal, and I don't think that there's anything to say that he has done this before. He may have. He may have done something before, but there's nothing to say that he has. Mass murder happens. It does. Not all the time is it with one person. Just look what happened, and to the 3 teenagers in Florida. It was 3 other teenagers, but that was 3 killings all at once. And that is very, very sad. Money's money there. Well, they should be counting it. I know. I want to know who's behind the accounts now. I was reading you guys' comments. They're making me laugh. If you guys are just now joining us, don't please hit the like button if you guys don't mind. Welcome to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. All those fun things. We are talking Idaho 4. If anyone wants to come up and talk, they're more than welcome to. I could drop the link. If you'd like to become a channel member, I'll drop the link for that too. And I was going to play this Chris Como, and then if anyone wants to come up, they can. And we can talk about Brian Kohlberger. I cannot wait until he goes to court. I'm just like, whew, I am just ready. See, me and Parker Marie, we like Chris Como. I like it when he doesn't wear a tie at work. He just doesn't wear a tie. He's wearing a tie in this one, though, I think. He usually will wear one, but sometimes he doesn't, and I like it.
Something that hasn't been discussed about the Idaho investigation into Brian Kohlberger and the horrible murder of those 4 young students is what direction the police decide to investigate in terms of, is this a one-off, a one-time event, or are they trying to find out if this is someone who is not so much a serial killer, but a repeat criminal, okay? So what this looks like is they start collecting their evidence, right? Let's say they do find proof of one of the victims, the ID or articles of clothing, or whatever they find that they believe connects Kohlberger. What does that tell them about whether this was all in contemplation of this act or there are others? How do they allocate resources on the basis of that decision? How do they try to make a case? And what is that case? And what are the charges? You see what I'm saying? It gets very complicated, and the implications are very profound. So let's bring in defense attorney Mark Garrigus and forensic psychiatrist Dr. Carol Lieberman, and there's Coffendaffer. I wasn't sure if you were going to make it. It's good to have everybody. If they only knew the chaos that goes on in the commercials. But now we have everybody. All right. So let's start with the idea of the decision they have to make and then how that terms in terms of practicality. Dr. Lieberman, I start with you. You're saying, glad you finally caught up to me, Cuomo. These are the kinds of things I was suggesting to you way back when were going to happen in this case. How so?
That is true. Because even before they arrested Kohlberger, I was saying that the killer was an incel because of the bloody crime scene, how bloody it was, which meant how violent it was and intimate it was, and then who the victims were. Because
I'm gonna stop this video for just 1 second. I don't know who this lady is though. The lady that had the pink background last time that she was talking about incels. But can someone get her a damn award? Because she every time she comes on, she goes, well, you guys know that I said he was an incel. That's the first thing she says every time. Well, you know what I said. I'm going to have to find another video on her because she says it every time. I wish I knew her name. I might have to go back a little bit. Let's listen to her say it again. She's an incel.
I was saying that the killer was an incel because of the bloody crime scene, how bloody it was, which meant how violent it was and intimate it was, and then who the victims were, because they were typical Stacys, what incels call Stacys, the kind of women who they can't get, you know, the kind of women who have been rejecting them. And with Kohlberger, we know that this started in middle school. And what's interesting is the first girl who rejected him that we know about, who came forward, looks very much like Kaylee. So this is something that, you know, has been going on in his mind, and this is of the final expression of all of his anger and rage at all these women who have been rejecting him all his life.
And if he is an involuntarily celibate male, what you're calling an incel, what does what we know so far suggest in terms of this was a one-off of a one-time object of his obsession versus he's done this other times?
Yes, that's an interesting question because, you know, it's possible that there were other women before before these three, and of course, Ethan is a Chad, the man who can get a Stacy as a girlfriend. So there might have been others before this. I don't I don't necessarily think that that's the case, but there could be things like dogs, for example, or animals, other kinds of animals that he was trying out some of his, some of this stabbing on to see how it felt and how hard it was and so on. But I don't know that there would have been a perfect incel, Stacy, Chad kind of situation.
He didn't have to go do that to dogs. He had a job, remember, working with fish. I mean, he couldn't even gut the fish. He wasn't good at it. Remember the boss came on maybe it was News Nation. It was probably News Nation. But his old ex-boss came on and said, yeah, he worked for me when he was like 16. He couldn't handle filleting the fish. So, yeah. I had Barbie's friend Stacy with the side ponytail. Penny, me too. I love Stacy. That was my jam. I like the underdog though. I had every Barbie. Don't get it twisted though. But Stacy was my girl. She was the side friend. She didn't get a lot of attention. Who was the other one? Skeeter? Like Ken and Ken? Who did Ken have? I forget the other one. Oh my Lord, thank you, Scorpelina. Now that song is going to be in my head all day, all night. I always get if I can turn back time. I get that song stuck in my head like it's going out of style, and it's been out of style since it came out, in the 80s. I've been singing it for probably 3 years now, so I'll be singing that all night now since I just talked about it. Do you think they actually will carry out the death penalty in Idaho, being that they have changed how inmates will die by firing squad? I think they might have changed it just for BK. Well, I think they changed it because they can't find the drugs anywhere. I heard that the people that actually physically make the drugs are saying like, no more. We don't like that you guys are, putting people to death like that. They think it's inhumane, I guess. So they don't even want to make the drugs so that people can get the drugs to put the inmates to, I won't say to sleep, but to kill them. Yeah, it's because of the drugs. So I think that's why it's a lot easier to buy a bullet. I mean, it's sad to say that, but it is. And they know it's 100% effective, so. Yes, Scorpelina, you're going to be singing that now. There's actually a commercial that has it on there too now, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Because I've been singing it since like way before the commercial came out. Maybe we can look it up about the death penalty medications. Because I know like people say different things about it. Let's see what they say. Oh, well, of course, people are going to send me to the freaking the crisis hotline. What's this? Well, that's 2018. Inmate autopsy reveal trouble effects of lethal injection. Oh. I guess maybe it's not as effective. I don't know. Maybe they just want to have an extra, you never know. Maybe they just want to have an extra, like something in place, I guess. I was trying to look it up for you a little bit, but I'll play the rest of this video and then we'll look into it.
Fascinating. Coffey, in terms of how you wind up having to apportion resources as an investigation starts to go from one to maybe not one and done, what does that look like investigatively in terms of what we've learned from the circumstances so far?
Well, it means more resources, specifically if other individuals have been identified, they're going to put a lot of resources, not only federal resources, particularly the FBI, but those state and local resources to look into those possible cases that exist.
Garagos, do me a favor. Put on your just wisdom hat for a second, not defense counsel hat. As you know, all along, I've been like, this guy stunk at this. For a guy who was getting his doctorate in criminology, he drove his own car. He was in places where he knew there may be surveillance. We know what he did inside the house that was anything but methodical. He came with a hunting knife or whatever, a military-style knife. He walked out and left a witness. You know, all kinds of things. Talked about it, was online about it. I've never been impressed by his execution, let's say. But in your experience, what kinds, can you draw any kind of observation of what kinds of assailants are repeat versus one time?
You know, that's an interesting question, to borrow Carol's expressions, with apologies. The interesting thing that I've found, and I've handled more than my fair share of homicide cases, is if there is a repeat, and I'm thinking it's few and far between in terms of serial killers, but repeat murders or being accused of murder, there is a type, and there kind of a 0 to 60 kind of emotion, and the things that trigger have always are always overstated, if you will. Represented people who have committed or been accused of committing the crime with a long period of time in between, and you notice that there is, or at least I notice, at least anecdotally, that it has to do with their ability to modify or modulate their urges, if you will.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com.
I missed the concert. I was getting ready to start typing, but I don't know where we were. So now I got to go back up in the chat. We're talking about Cher, if you didn't know. You want to hear a funny story about Cher? I can tell you a real funny story. Okay, I think I know where we're at. I take back all the words that would hurt you, and you'd stay. Is that right? If I could reach the stars, I'd give them all to you. You know me. And you'd love me like you used to. I think that's the way it goes. I don't know the words that well, but I do sing it like that. All the birds just flew away from Mallard Landing, where I live. The birds are gone even. Everyone's like, oh, Tanya's singing. So hello, everyone. Welcome to the chat. That's me singing Cher. If that doesn't make you want to like this video, then I don't know what will. I should look right now and have a bunch of thumbs ups. See, that's right there. That's some good singing. I would only do that for y'all and anyone that watches this. So, funny story to tell you while we're talking about Cher real quick. My aunt had a very fast car. She had a Jaguar. Growing up, they had a lot of money compared to my family. But she didn't flaunt her money or anything like that. But her husband, he decided to be an a-hole. May he rest in his soul now. He's not here no longer, but he decided to cheat on my aunt. Long story short, she chased him down the highway to like their beach house, and she was in her Jaguar. She had Cher blaring, and it was that song. Oh man, it was her last song to come out. I can't think of the song now. Oh, come on. I have to look it up. But I was going to sing it to y'all. No, but she had that, what was it? That Believe, that was song. Do you believe in life after love? That song. She had that blaring, and I guess she chased him down, and I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened after that. I was too young to know. I guess I was too young to know the rest of the story. So now I'm gonna have to ask. Wow, state of Texas don't mess around, Teresa. The state of Texas don't mess around, and neither does Florida. It was actually that was the song, Scorpelina. That was the one. Man, she had some good ones. Oh, I heard it from, I heard that on another channel that he might, who said, someone, JLR. I watched a video of his. I actually watched a video of his. I'm not going to lie. I never do. It was the one about the Jack in the Box because I was curious. I was like, okay, he said he went in and he talked to somebody at Jack in the Box. But he said that Brian liked a double cheeseburger from there with bacon. And I believe when he says he's a vegan. So I don't know about that part, but. Ooh, Sonny and Cher. Well, weren't they a good couple? They were kind of an odd couple, weren't they? Very odd. Well, I guess I could turn my camera on. I was thinking you guys thought my camera on. Oh, and I just put a dot in the chat. I don't know why I did that. Oh, okay, yeah, Vincent hates when I sing. He hates it. And so do the dogs. So I'm normally pretty quiet, but one day I was on some crazy cleaning kick and we had carpets at the time and we had accidents with the dogs and I was like, I'm going to shampoo this whole carpet. And I was singing like some Jonas Brothers song because it was just like something to keep me like up. It was like upbeat and my dog started like howling. I've never seen her do those kind of noises. She hated it. So I still continue to sing to Vincent. Every time I'm in the shower, I give him a full-on concert that he doesn't have to pay for. It's free, but I think he wants noise-canceling headphones at this point. Oh, thanks, Mystic. I used to be actually a pretty decent singer back in the day. I used to smoke cigarettes. I think that's what did it for me. I smoked cigarettes for a long time. But I would sing up a storm. There was a video out there of me singing a Mariah Carey song. But Isabel said migraine alert, so that must mean she doesn't want me to sing anymore. Isabel's like, don't do it. Oh, Big Papa. I sing it. Cindy, I could sing that for you right now. I'm good at rap. This is weird. This is a weird thing. I guess we're kind of done with talking about Idaho, but since we kind of like went off on a tangent, but I used to learn how to drive, and now when I drive, I'm blind in my right eye. So basically, sometimes when I would get on the highway, which I never drive the highway anymore, but I used to only drive like one highway, and so like it was fine, but I still like get uncomfortable. I would rap songs. So I would learn them and then I would literally just like, I don't know why I wasn't just singing songs, but rapping music, like making me have to concentrate on something else other than like two semis, like on either side of me. You know, if you're on the highway or something, two cars come up on each side of you, like that makes me nervous. I literally would just be rapping music. If Vincent has a camera in his car, a hidden camera, watch out. Because, shoot, he would come home and be like, what are you singing in that thing? Because I'd be singing some crazy rap music, too. I could do some Elvis. My dad liked, not Elvis. It was a country singer, Dwight Yoakam. I know a lot of Dwight Yoakam. See, see, Isabel's headache's going to go away. And it's good to sing. I actually, which I don't know when I see her next. My counselor, I have a new counselor. She actually told me a couple things, and this is actually, I didn't know this, but there's like a vein, I don't know what side, but it comes down and it comes to your like vocal cord. So when you sing, you like vibrate that vein, and it's supposed to send like good receptors to your brain. Same thing if you're having like an anxiety attack. If you put like an ice cube right there, it's supposed to help alleviate it a little bit. It's not going to take it all the way away, but it's supposed to like trick your brain into thinking that you're like cooling down, you're okay. I don't know. 1,000 Miles from Nowhere. My dad would sing all these Dwight Yoakam songs to my mom when they would get in arguments. It'd be funny. Like in arguments, I mean like he wanted to touch her butt and she was like, Kenny, get away from me. Like one of those, you know, that's how, and he would get his feelings hurt. So he'd go in the other room Dwight Yoakam would come on. He had the trench coat. He got the hat, the Stinson hat. He got a guitar. He got cowboy boots. He's from Philadelphia. Like he would wear his cowboy boots with his little sweatpants. That was him. And I dressed like my father, t-shirts and sweatpants. Oh my gosh, I was reading, I was like, what is she saying? I was like, what is Summer doing? Summer's rapping. I love it. Yeah, singing songs releases serotonin. Eminem is another good one. I was listening to music the other day when I was getting ready to come on my live, and I meant to tell you guys what I was listening to, because I get a lot of people that say like, what makes you stay positive and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, nothing. But it's usually music, really. I like everything. I really listen to a lot. I listen to a lot of 70s rock, a lot of rap. I'm not a big country fan. I like old 90s country, but I can't listen to it. I will cry, but I probably know every 90s country song there ever was written. Like, I mean, really, everyone that was like at least popular. I loved 90s country back in the day. Blue Oyster Cult. Okay, I've heard of that before. Yeah, we just kind of like went off one. I said we're kind of done with Idaho, so I think everyone's just here for the conversation anyway. But I love to clean to music. Like, I love to like put something on while I'm cleaning or doing, chores or walking the dogs. Like, I now have one AirPod that I have two AirPods, but one of them has only one of them in it. Like, one has two, one has one. So I leave the two here that I just bought since I lost my other pair. We found my other old pair, and I just use this one AirPod. Then I sing while I'll take the dogs on the walk. People, and we live around people. We have like 8 people in one building, and there's buildings everywhere. And I just be singing. Do I think Lori will plead out? Heck no. She's causing a ruckus and taking out on the... Oh, I didn't know. She's taking out to the hallway with her attorney's courts in recess. Oh, I didn't know, Teresa. Usually when I haven't been on a live during the day, I'm normally on Twitter, like tweeting and stuff. I can't listen to country even if I'm happy. It makes me cry. Like, it's so good. It's so good. It just reminds me of just a different time, I think. It just makes me so sad. Just makes me like, there are some songs I just cannot do. You know what I mean? There's just some stuff and that's one thing. I just can't do sad music. If it's sad, like, I love music that's sad, but I can't listen to it. I'll be like a puddle on the floor. Sometimes it even takes me a while to listen to songs that are like upbeat if I know, they're triggering. But there's a lot of songs, and I think it's because my family was always so musical. We were always playing instruments or singing, or my mom whistled a lot, which was so random and weird, but like we always did weird stuff like that. So, Oh, you're Nate Eaton? Yeah, that's who I've been looking at. More cowbell. I cannot believe, I can believe Lori's she's making a fit because Larry and freaking Kay are in the courtroom. Is Kay still on the stand? I used to listen to folk music. Cindy was my mom's name too. What's your picture? Is that doggies? What is that? Oh, it's stuff. It's like, is that Winnie the Pooh? Oh, that's cute. I have to look over on here. I'm blind in one eye, so that's why I'm like, looking so hard. Shania Twain, I actually have her tape still. And I kept it. It was in a box full of my mom's things that I got. And me and her used to put that in the car. Actually, our car has a tape deck. It's so old. It has a CD player and a tape deck still in it. I should put it in there. I should put it in there and crank it up. And then turn the car off so when Vincent goes to turn it on, man, I feel like a woman will come on. I should do that to him. Tanya, sing us another song. I don't have to be drinking to be singing any more songs. I haven't sang a song in a while though to anybody. I did the fourth grade. Fourth grade, we did the talent show. Man, the songs that we sang back then too. At least not an 8-track. We did see cars with 8 tracks in them though. We went to like a car show not too long ago, and it had they had 8 tracks in them. And Vincent didn't know what the hell an 8-track was. He was like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Oh, we're only 3 years apart. Like, almost no. Mine's October. He's December. So we're 3 years apart. But some of the stuff I feel like he's a lot younger than me. Who does? Chris Kumo has hair plugs. Oh, Tim McGraw. Oh, Tim McGraw. Tim McGraw, I don't care. He can keep the hat on. He'd be looking good, though. They all like men, but men age better, I feel like, than women sometimes. Shania Twain in concert. Oh, that would have been so much fun. The week after I took my daughter to the Bieber concert, she told her I wouldn't tell anyone. You know what? My niece loved Bieber. She was a fan. My lordy. She's in her mid-20s now, but she was a fan when she was a young girl. She loved Justin Bieber. I think that's all I had for you guys. I do want to go over, though. I'm going to go over that story, Madeline Kingsbury, tomorrow. Seeing what else was on here. That's funny that I sang to you guys today. I bet you that better give me like at least 50 subscribers today. I'm just kidding. I haven't heard Keith Urban in a while. I haven't heard any country in a while. Oh, that'll be fun. To Taylor Swift? Like to TS this weekend in Tampa? Like Taylor Swift? Penny? You talking Taylor Swift, Penny? Penny, I think that I'm your daughter. If you talking. I don't know if you're talking TS like Taylor Swift. Yes, Penny? Okay, so Penny, I am your real daughter. That other girl, she's been impersonating me. I am your daughter, Penny. Wherever I need to meet you, we will be there. You are so lucky. I am so jealous. She's my favorite. She's my favorite. And I'm 37. I don't know why that matters, but I feel like I'm older and I don't know. I love me some Taylor Swift. I could sing you some Taylor Swift sometime. So take some video. But I am your real daughter. Tell her that. Say, Tanya, TitaniumBuilt is jealous of you because you're going to Taylor Swift. I bet you those were some really hard. I heard how hard the tickets were to get. So congratulations. That's like getting like the winning ticket, like at the chocolate factory. You love to do, Kenny Rogers won't do housework. But yeah, I'm so jealous, Penny. That's so exciting. I was actually listening to her earlier. I'll say to my Google, play Taylor Swift, because I know that I like a lot of her songs. And I think it's because I worked in a boutique and that's what they made us listen to. But Tim McGraw does look good. And I'm glad that him and Faith Hill patched up whatever they were going through. I think he was cheating on her or something, but I'm glad that they patched that up. Because they do make a really good couple. I better go see what my dogs are doing. I have a feeling they're doing something bad. You took your daughter to see her when she was 9. Oh, that's so exciting. And now you guys are going back again. Me and my mom never went to a concert together, but we did have concerts in the house, in the living room when she got older. The older she got, the closer we got, which we were always like this growing up. I was always so close to my mom. But then after I lost my father, and it's such a tragic way, it just brought us closer together. So she, instead of talking to my father about things, she would tell me about those things. And I'm just like, oh, thanks, Mom, for telling me. It would just be fun things, though, just music she liked or things she liked to do when she was young and stuff like that. Tony, you would have been a cool mom. You and Penny are the cool moms. Tampa will be rocking this weekend, Teresa. I'd be out there just to see if I could, just to feel the environment. Man, I wish I was in Tampa, though. But it's nice down there. About to check the weather. It's actually really nice here. I'm wearing shorts today, actually. I just bought these. I bought shorts over winter time because they were on sale, and they're called Allbirds. And I know that I know there's a YouTube creator that she did like a promo for them. But these shorts, I'm telling you, they're amazing. They're high-waisted. They're thick. They feel good. I don't know. I love it. I love them. So if you ever need a good pair of shorts. Swift tickets are very hard to get. I saw the girls crying, like the Ticketmaster ordeal, and I saw the people that couldn't get tickets. And I love Taylor Swift, but you would never see me crying like that if I didn't get tickets to her concert. I felt so bad for those girls at the same time, though. But they were bawling. I waited in the queue for 6 hours. I didn't get tickets. I'm like, we did. I don't know. Back in my day, we didn't do that. We didn't cry. But Penny's probably done, mortgaged her home, put up her car for sale, put up the hubby's car maybe, because they were hard to get. So that's really good that you got them. That's like that's an experience that you just, oh man, I'm so jealous for you guys. That's an experience that you're never going to be able to like have without someone else, like have with, that's you and your daughter. You know what I mean? I don't know. I love that. There they go. The one can't get on the bed. I already know what's happening out there. I already know what they're doing. So I am going to jump off here and take them on a walk because that's the boxer pit. She wants to go on a walk, so she's being a brat. But hey, Sleuthy. Hey, guys. Sorry that I'm jumping off so early. I feel like I wasn't on very long, an hour and 17 minutes. Maybe I'll come back on tonight and we'll do that. I'm waiting on her to bark. I don't know why. I feel like she's going to scare me. Sometimes she does. I'm just waiting on it. Maybe we'll do the Madeline Kingsbury story. I'm like over here. You can see me like, she gets me. Like if I'm not ready for her bark, if she barks, you'll hear me scream. Even Vincent, like he'll just come in, or like if I'm in here and I'm working on something, he'll come in. If I look up, I'll scream. I'll be like, and it's nothing, So yeah, if you missed any part of the live, go back and watch it. I was singing some karaoke without the karaoke part. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. I will see you guys all in the next live. And maybe I'll come back on later tonight. If not, I'll be on tomorrow. Bye, guys.